Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I'm all hair scraped back, ready to have a bit of a cooking for a party tomorrow, but before I get round to that, I've got some Happy Mail to open. Now, initially I thought these were all going to be for either the Stitchery swap or the art swap. So that's the great big little Stitchery swap or the great big little art swap. I will put links to the playlist for both of those in the description box below, just in case anybody's watching this who doesn't already know what it's all about. But I've had a little bit of a surreptitious feel of this one, and I've got a feeling this is something else. I think this is a little giveaway that Susie Q makes. I think that's what this is. I hope so. It's very exciting. And then there's one here from Germany with a name on the front that I don't recognise. I don't think this is on my list of swaps. There are a couple of people, 2 or 3 people, who've contacted me by email to say they know I can't take on any more swaps, but they'd love to send some pieces anyway to go in my book, which I said, yes, please, that would be fantastic. But I don't think either of those, or I don't think any of those were from Germany. I'm going to end up in a panic now that I've managed to leave someone off my list or something. But anyway, we'll find out when we go in. This one, don't know who it's from. I'm assuming that's a swap. And then this one, which I'm holding out the way because it's got addresses on both sides. So I'll hold it up like that so you can't see either side. Hang on. So let's go in and find out what these things are. I feel so much better. I've had a few days kind of almost offline really, not doing much in the way of videos other than opening these lovely packages in the post, because I just needed to kind of recoup a little bit. I was really under the weather, hadn't been sleeping well. I think I had a bit of a virus going on. Feeling ever so much better now. Back to as fighting fit as I'm ever going to be. So I've had a bit of a catch up and posted all of my incoming in the Facebook group and in the Discord community and on my Instagram this morning. I'm going to leave my link tree in the description box as well. If you haven't already joined our free Discord community, do think about it. It's absolutely buzzing in there with swaps and things at the moment, with the art swap and the stitch swap going on. But it's a lovely place to be anyway. Lots of people sharing ideas or just having a chat or whatever. I'm also of course keeping the Arty Farty Any group on Facebook going, because I know a lot of people prefer Facebook, but there's just I don't know, you just seem to connect in a different way on Discord, so I thoroughly recommend you try it if you haven't already. Right, okay, let's go. I'm going to open this one. I'm guessing it's from Susie Q. Okay, so here we go. Now Susie Q is making these amazing bookmarks on a video the other day, and she said she'd give them away if you commented, if you left a comment. So I quickly did because I thought they looked so gorgeous. It is. Oh look, it looks even better in real life than it did on camera. I don't know how well my camera's going to catch it. Hi Annie, hope you enjoy using your bookmark, Sue. So this is Susie Q Makes. I'm going to leave a link to Susie Q's channel. She has such a lot of amazing ideas. Brilliant video, brilliant, lovely, chatty, relaxed videos. She does stitching projects and she does junk journaling, things like that, and crafty things like this. And it was lovely to watch how she did this. And I've actually got some of these. Oh look, that's a good idea. I've actually got some of these blank bookmarks. I got them from Temu quite cheaply. Wasn't sure what I was going to do with them, but I love how she's added that eyelet as well, and the tassel really makes it special. That is brilliant. I will thoroughly enjoy using that. That'll be a bookmark in my crafty books, Susie. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's gorgeous. Or maybe I'll even use it as a bookmark in my art swap book that I'll be putting together. That would be fun. Okay, let's put that there. And let's go on to the next one. Oh, I've just realised how hungry I am. So this is the one that I have got a really, really long list of swaps. So I've got 45 stitch swaps and 21, I think it is, maybe 22 art swaps. So maybe I'm just not remembering every name. But I just would have thought I'd remember having someone in Germany, and I don't. Lovely. It's so nice to get really fun. Putting my hand over all the addresses. It's so nice to get really fun stamps and things. So often, they're just franked or whatever these days, aren't they? So it's lovely to have these, and these will all be going in my book as well. So let's have a look. I've started using this little metal ruler as a letter opener. I might have to treat myself to an actual letter opener, I think. I certainly will do before the next swap happens, because there's been such an incredible response to both these swaps that I will definitely instigate another round. I'm thinking it will be, we'll have the Inspired by Challenge coming up soon. That's probably due for August. Then we'll have Inktober, that a lot of people like to do, and some of the ladies in. Let me just come back up and keep myself in suspense a bit longer on this one while I think about it. And some of the lovely guys in our Discord community are putting their heads together and coming up with a whole prompt list. So with Inktober these days, there are always a lot of alternative prompt lists for people who don't like the kind of main official Inktober prompt list. There's always a lot of different ones going around. So someone said, why don't we have an arty fartist one, because that's what our community is called. It's not about the Discord community. We just called it that for the sake of something to call it. It's not about me at all. It's very much everyone's community. It just carries on by itself now. It's got a life of its own now. I don't even have to be there at all. But nevertheless, that's kind of what it's called. So they're going to call it Arty Fartober, the Arty Fartober prompt list. Brilliant. And they're going to put their heads together and come up with a list of prompts. I think they said they were going to have them there by the 1st of September or something. I think maybe they said 1st of September, I can't remember now. So that you'd have lots of time to think about it before October actually starts. So yeah, and it will be kind of use any media, whatever you like. So I guess you could even stitch if you wanted to. If you want to do the arting, if you want to do crafting or stitching, that is totally up to you. So yeah, I would say check out. They've made a special room in our Discord community, and I noticed Claire's also done a post in the Facebook group. So again, you'll find links to those places in the description box below. That's all I need to say about that for now. Back to this. Kept myself in suspense a bit longer. I'm so intrigued about this. It might just be my scatty memory that I've... Oh, beautiful card. Look at that. That's interesting because it's like German words in this. It's like a piece of an old dictionary, isn't it? It's German words but English definitions. Ah, how interesting. Art Swap 2023. Love this. Really nice card. Let's have a look. Oh, look. Oh, I'm being I'm being a complete numpty. How could I forget? This is Kati. This is Kati, Creative Hex. So she's Creative Hex here on let me go back here. Oh, I'm being such a numpty. How could I forget? I think if it had said Katie instead of Catherine, they would have twigged straight away. Duh. Right. So this is Katie. She's Creative Hex here on YouTube. Do check out her channel. She's got lots going on there. I can't understand German, so if she's talking in German, I don't understand what she's doing. I can easily understand just by watching, and she's a great artist, and I'm very excited to be swapping with her. And I remember now because I contacted her and said we're going to have to swap. And I completely forgot all about it. I wonder if we haven't swapped addresses yet. Now I'm going to need to check in a paranoid fashion. I bet she's there. I've probably just written down Katie Creative Hex or something, and yeah, completely forgot that she's in Germany. Numpty. Okay, back to this. So, right. Oh, I'm so excited. And here is a little... So she must have designed that herself, because that does look like her. It must be her own design sticker. How lovely. So that's going to be going in the book as well. Oh, brilliant. How exciting. Look at these pieces. Now. Oh, look at those colours. It's that way up, isn't it? Ah, right. So it's got art. Swap. Love that. I love that. That's so clever how she's obviously done a background like that, and then she's used pencils and things and metallic pens to kind of outline the letters. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A little signature there. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Katie. I love that. That is really special. Thank you. Let's see what she says. Liebe Annie. Dear Annie. I can understand that much. I'm probably not saying it right. I'm so glad to have the chance to make an art swap with you, and I'm also happy that I've found your lovely person on YouTube. I'm going now, see. If the art or the stitching itself doesn't set me off, then the words would set me off. I hope you like my little square. I send the square twin also if you'd like to make art with it too. Oh. Oh. Oh, be blessed, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce this, just on the off chance that Pee watches it and laughs at me. What a fantastic idea. I just love that just as it is. I'd have happily put that, but I can see what she means. What a fun idea it would be to create my own little piece of art on the matching square. What a fabulous idea. In fact, it's almost making me think that's one to write down, to think about for ideas for the next swap. I think I distracted myself just now. So I started talking about, we've got the Inspired by Challenge coming up, and then the Arty Fartober, our alternative to Inktober. And then I think after that would be the time to start a new art swap and stitchery swap. So great big little stitchery swap and great big little art swap, the sequel. It'll be time to do, yeah, I think if we start that off if we think we're going to start that in November, and maybe make the deadline the 31st of December, so we've got a good 2 months. So anybody who's watching now because we start to get people now coming in looking for swaps and struggling a little bit to find people who are still open to swapping, although I mean, you know, I'm sure there are still people who want to jump in, but it's getting a bit more. There was an initial flurry where everybody was swapping with everybody, and now it's getting a little bit more difficult. But I would say maybe it's better to draw a line now and hang on, wait for the next swap. I don't know. We made the deadline 31st of August for the stitch swap and kind of left it open for the art swap, but I guess at some point we've got to draw a line, otherwise it won't be like an event, it will be like a constant swapping, which is also fine. If that's where it ends up going, that's where it ends up going. I don't know, I'm just at the moment just happy with the amazing response that we're having. But yeah, my plan in my head is to I've now stopped taking on any more swaps. The deadline as far as I'm concerned is still the 31st of August to get all of my swaps out, and then a bit of a break, a few other things going on, and then we'll start a new round of swaps on the 1st of November. But you know, people will do what they want to do. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, I'm just delighted with how everybody had the enthusiasm and the joy in it, and the generosity, and I don't know, it's just absolutely been incredible. But I love the idea of sending out, for the art swap, not for the, it wouldn't work for the stitchery, but for the art swap next time, the idea of sending out a blank background for your swap partner to do their own, or in some way making it collaborative. I don't know, another idea to tinker with. Okay, let's put that to one side. Thank you so much, Katie. I love that. I'll put a link to Katie's channel in the description box below as well. Right, so this one, all I know is it's from somewhere in the UK. Ooh, you don't want to watch my muggins, you want to watch what I'm opening. Oh, don't those go nicely together? Nice card. I think it must be an art swap because it doesn't have any squish to it. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's Diane. Oh, Diane. Now, Diane and I are doing the stitch swap and the art swap, and I've already had Diane's stitch swap probably more than a week ago. Oh, that is so sweet. What a brilliant idea. Hi, Annie. This is my art swap piece. What else could I make except a phone slow stitch picture to combine the two challenges together? Can't speak for a moment. Thank you so much for your friendship. Love, Diane. And so Diane is at Just Art 2186. So you can find her on Instagram, and she does lovely art pieces and stitched pieces. That is lovely, and it really does. It's just always going to remind me of the scrappy string squares that we were doing, and that was, I was blown away by the response to that as well. So many people put their own spin on it, and I love the idea of this is another spin on it, just doing an art version. I absolutely love that. All the little, you can see, so she must have collaged here as well, because look, you can see, like, that's the front of a shirt. That works so well there. So it's like, and yeah, so she's used pictures of fabrics and things like that to make the strips, and then she's used metallic pens and ink work and stuff, and then put these little stickers and things over the top as well, and then added stick. How lovely. What a brilliant idea. Thank you, Diane. I really love it. Okay, we've still got one more. You look at the pretties on the back of that one. And this is really fat. It's too fat to be... I can't take this out on the desk because there's addresses on both sides. Ooh, envelopes in envelopes here. Make sure I'm not... I nearly did leave something behind. I got extras. I tell you, I've been stressing to people all the way along. Please don't feel that you've got to put any extras in. Just send your square. That's all you need to do, because otherwise it's going to get expensive on postage, and you stress out about what to put in and stuff. But having said that, it's still lovely when people do send the extras. I still love it. Let's be honest. So this must be the square. I don't know who it's from. This must be a note. I love these things. I love using these in junk journaling and things. Love them. I can remember getting my first pay packets in little envelopes like this. You didn't do that anymore, do they? I don't think, but it's my very first Saturday job. Oh, look. Oh, isn't that lovely? This must be someone who likes junk journaling. Oh, look. Beautiful. What piece of poetry. This is just lovely. Ephemera. This is just beautiful. I still don't know who this is from, and there's all these extra little gorgeous bits in here. Who is the mystery sender? Hang on. Can't get in. I'm itching to get in. Oh wow. Oh look. My favourite, I'm always saying my favourite little daisy trim. I have never seen this little dinky version. How cute is that? I love this kind of thing. Oh look, these cute little pins. I love the bulb pins. Look at the little mother of pearl buttons. Hang on, let's get it to focus. Oh my word. Or my inner magpie is just like squawking. Oh, look. A little charm like a spoon. Oh, magpie. I just said about magpie. And look. Oh. These are really pretty, these little pieces. These little transparent kind of vellum. Oh, they're like vellum stickers. Vellum stickers are lovely because they kind of show the background, so they kind of meld into the background, don't they? Oh, look, I love cats as well. Look at these lovely vintage images. Beautiful for collage and things. What a lovely, lovely mixture of goodies. This would be nice to go inside a... there's something in there. This would be nice to go inside a needle book. There's something in here that I nearly missed. Look! Or somehow incorporate these into Stitchery Swap Treasury, as I'm going to call it my treasury. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much, mystery person. We haven't yet had anybody send a square without including their name, so this might be a first time. I'm so intrigued to know who this is. Oh, what a beautiful photo or painting? Photo. Oh, I love that. I just want to live in there. Wow. Oh, look. Oh, look. Oh. Heidi. Handmade by Heidi. The Great Big Little Stitchery Swap. Summer 2023. I'll tell you, this is going to be a summer to remember, isn't it? A year to remember for me. Oh, that is so lovely. Do you know what? A moment ago, I thought I heard something drop as I lifted this up. Look, the little button has broken, unfortunately, but I could replace it with one of those ones that Heidi's put in there. So that's what I'll do. I'll wrap this up carefully in a minute when I've taken a picture of it, or I will just stitch that back together and make a feature of that little broken button, because I think that could be quite cute. Look at this. I love the fabrics that she's put together there. I love the little cat button, is so cute. The little ball of wool. And then the rainbow colour stitching over there, because I do love my rainbows as well. Oh, and this thing of like stitching into the pattern of the fabric is something I always love. Like she's done there and there. You know I'm going to have to look at the back. Let's move that little bit of button first. And it's like I was saying the other day, I think the reason I love to do this, I love the feel of it, it's just something about it. It's like, even when you look at an anonymous piece of stitching from many years ago that you're never going to know the person, it just makes you very much feel like you're connecting with the person whose hands created that piece by seeing the bit that you're not meant to see somehow. To me, it's a little bit the same as when you go around old houses and there are the bits, the doors you're not allowed in and the ropes you can't, that is absolutely beautiful, Heidi. I love it, absolutely love it. Let's read the card. Dear Annie, thank you what lovely writing. Thank you so much for arranging the Great Big Little Stitchery Swap and for swapping with me. Thank you for swapping with me, Heidi. I've incorporated, I hope, some things you like. You definitely have. Please enjoy the little extras I've enclosed. As a token of friendship and appreciation, here's to many future hours of crafting and sewing. Oh. Thank you so much, Heidi. I love it. I love the card. I love the square, and I love all these little extra bits. How cute! I can't believe I was saying the word magpie just as I was opening that magpie button. I've never seen a button with a magpie on. I think some of these pieces like this, I'm just going to stitch into the book. My thumbnail, a traditional thumbnail shot. That'll be my little thumbnail shot. Thank you so much, everybody. So that was Susie for the bookmark. So that's not a swap. That was just a little Bertie bonus giveaway from Susie. Kati, Creative Hex, Diane, who is Just Art. I'm going to link to all these people anyway, and last but not least, from Heidi. I'm just absolutely loving them. But they're all absolute treasures to me. I will treasure every single one of these and enjoy looking at them for many years to come. That's just very special to me. If you like seeing, which I think you'll do, all the different squares coming in, there are a few other people, lots of people sharing their incoming swaps in the Facebook group and in the free Discord community, which I've already said about. There will be links below. But if you like to see more openings on YouTube, there are a few other people I was going to mention who are opening their swaps on their YouTube channels. These are just the ones that come to mind. If there's any that I've forgotten, please feel free to share them in the comments so that everybody can find them, just in case there might be any that I've missed as well. This is just so huge now, it's really difficult to keep track of. Okay, so first of all, there's Rachel. Now, this is Rachel Brereton. So she's Rachel Brereton Art on Instagram. And you'll know her as Arelai in our Discord community. and she's Rachel Brereton Art here on YouTube. I will leave links to all of these people I'm going to mention. And she's only just recently, just like last week really, started videoing some of her art, process videos, which it's really interesting to see how she creates her beautiful pieces. And she's also videoing opening her incoming swaps as well. Then there's Susie Q, I've already mentioned. There's Christine of Create and Craft with Christine. There's also Christina Creates, and they're both over in Australia. Both channels well worth checking out for lots and lots of ideas for Stitchery and other projects. So yeah, I will link to all these people. There's Tori, of course, from Cool Kooky Creatures, and Corinne, To Be Loved Treasures. To Be Loved Treasures by Corinne. She's doing openings as well. As I say, if there's anybody else doing openings on YouTube of the Stitchery swap or art swaps, please feel free to share them in the comments. I wouldn't want to miss them. And if you're sharing pictures or videos of your Stitchery swaps or art swaps, please do use the hashtags. So you've got hashtag Stitchery swap if you're doing stitched pieces, and you've got hashtag art swapsters if you're doing art squares. If you're posting them in the Discord community, there are special rooms. There's an art swap room and a stitch swap room, so you don't need to use the hashtag then. But if you're posting anywhere on Facebook, even in the Arty Farty Annie Facebook group, because a lot of other things get posted in there and they might get lost. So if you use the hashtags, or if you're posting on Instagram, if you use the hashtags, then it will be, we can be sure that I'm going to pick them all up, because I'm going to do some kind of a big roundup at some point, and maybe even have like some kind of an online gallery, or possibly some kind of montage that you can print off or something. Not quite sure what yet, but it'll make it easier to find them all. And also it means that you can go onto YouTube. Hashtags don't work so well on YouTube, but you can go onto Instagram or Facebook, put the hashtag in the search bar, and all of those posts will come up, so you won't miss any. And you can go in, you can have a look, and you can like, and you can comment. So it's just making sure that your pieces and the pieces that are sent to you get seen, and aren't missed. So it'd be great if you can do that. I forget sometimes myself as well, but remember if you can, and make sure you spell them right, because otherwise there's no point. They won't group together if you spell them even one letter wrong. Right, okay, that's quite enough. I've been going on way too long already. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that little peek. And I'm going to go off and start cooking now. And I'll see you again really, really soon. Thanks for joining me today. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.